think so in the end with possession, with, when you consider the amount of possession that Arsenal had. I think it took the wind out of themselves, but they scored their goal, and I think they thought they were going to be able to settle down and maybe get themselves in the game a bit. But Arsenal scored really quickly afterwards, and it kind of put them back to square one, and I think they were on the back foot ever since.
And Thomas Vermaelen's goal was obviously an amazing finish to the game. Devastating for Newcastle fans, but great for Arsenal fans. Yeah,
but when you consider the chances that were created in the game, and I thought Theo had a fantastic game. I think in the end, on chances that Arsenal had, I think I don't think it's too harsh on Newcastle to say that Arsenal just deserved to pinch it. And you know what I mean, it was great to see Thomas get up into the box at that stage of the game and looking to score. You know what I mean. To be 1 point behind Spurs at this stage is brilliant. It's really good.
Still, it's heartbreaking after such a resolute defensive display from Newcastle.
Well, it's heartbreaking for Newcastle fans, of course. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, I thought they defended brilliantly, and certainly the goalkeeper made a fantastic save from Vermaelen at the depth there with the header. And I think that if Newcastle did get the draw, you know what I mean, it would be one that you'd have to say, well, they do deserve it in the way they defended. But Arsenal, credit to them, they kept going, 95th minute, whatever it was, 94th minute, and they got the goal, and that's what you have to do. You've got to keep going.
Yes, another goal from Robin van Persie again. What did you make of his performance?
Well, you know, he plays how he always plays. He's very, he doesn't get as much credit at the moment because he's scoring so many goals for his hold-up play and the fact that he links people in so well. And you know, again, you know, he's he is the talisman. And it is vitally important that Arsenal, I should say, hold on to him, because I think we're going to need another season like that out of him, at least another couple of seasons like that out of him.
A bit of a coming together between him and Tim Krul throughout the game, really, but particularly at the end. What did you make of that? Well,
you know, striker, goalkeeper, I've had my problems in that respect myself. It's just a natural rivalry. They're both Dutchmen, you know what I mean? It was just something that was... I think Robin might have been a little bit peeved that he was wasting time from the first half in respect of how long he was taking to take his goal kicks, and you know what I mean, it's just something that as it goes along it just annoys you a bit more and a bit more, and I suppose they just kept going at each other throughout the game, but you know, it's all right. I'm sure they're fine. They're countrymen.
And as you said, another good performance from Theo Walcott, particularly after the second half against Tottenham, where he scored a couple of goals. Obviously had a bit of criticism recently in the last season or so, and he's out of contract at the end of next year. Would you be looking to give him another contract? Oh, absolutely, yeah. We're talking about a 22-year-old England player. Why would Arsenal be thinking anything differently to that? He's a player for me that I'm very excited by him. I think he's fantastic. People say he's not consistent enough. I think the only reason why that is because that's not his natural position. I think he's a striker, running onto things and maybe getting in between central defenders. He'd cause havoc. That's what I personally think. But in respect of contracts and signing new contracts, it's paramount that they sign him up and get it done quick. You know what I mean? He's going to be a future England player for many, many years to come. You know, so the sooner they sort him out, the better. When he's playing like he plays tonight, and they just let him get on with what he's doing, and you know what I mean, he causes havoc. You know, he's really good like that. And as an Englishman, Theo, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jack Wilshere to come back. Aaron Ramsey's obviously Welsh, but you've got Kieran Gibbs. Nice British core to the Arsenal team. Do you like seeing that?
I do, yeah. Especially being a London club as well. It's great to see so many of the youngsters coming through, being English as well, playing at a high level. That will enable them to play like Champions League football, hopefully qualify, and then that will, you know what I mean, that will keep them in good stead for maybe moving on to the international stage. That's what you need. You need young players, young English players getting into the first teams of top clubs in the top 4 or 5, whatever you want to say, and playing at a level that they can go into international football comfortably as well.
And with this win, they're just a point behind Spurs now. How much of a boost is it to their Champions League hopes? Well, it's a major boost. I think that now it's you have to say it's Arsenal's. If Arsenal don't qualify for the Champions League now after the position they put themselves in, then it's just down to them. And I think the pressure is very much on Spurs now. You know, Arsenal know exactly what it takes to be in the top 4 and stay in the top 4. They've been doing it for like 15, 16 years. And Spurs have done it once, and you know they're trying to do it again this season. And they've had a fantastic season, but like it's about finishing it off. It doesn't finish in March, you know what I mean? It finishes in May,
and that's what Arsenal got to do, and that's what Man United are doing as well. So long may it continue. You know what I mean? If we could finish third, Arsenal, it'd be fantastic. It'd be brilliant.
And from Newcastle's perspective, obviously disappointed to lose in the end, but is it a measure of how far they've come that it's a disappointment to lose at the Emirates?
Well, yeah, I think so. I think Alan Pardew's done brilliantly. My old teammate, I'm really proud of him and what he's done. Got a lot of stick when he got the job because people was thinking, well, what's the difference between him and Chris Hughton? I think he's proven that he's just as good, if not better. And you know, Newcastle are having a fantastic season. I think their next season is going to be the real vital one for them if they can consolidate what they're doing this season. Otherwise, this season will be a waste for them. So I think that they are making great signings. They've got great players there, and if they add to that, then it's only going to be onwards and upwards for them.
One player who scored tonight, Hatem Ben Arfa, I think it's fair to say he thinks quite a lot of himself. He was saying that he'd like to win the Ballon d'Or one day. I'm not sure how realistic that is, but how much of a boost scoring tonight, and how far can that player go? Well,
I think his confidence is paramount. You know what I mean? It's something that if Fernando Torres had that confidence, he wouldn't be in the position he's in now. And I think Hatem Ben Arfa should aim for the stars. If that's what he believes he can do one day, win the Ballon d'Or, then go for it. I'm sure what I've seen of him, he's got the ability to get in the right team, and if he can play consistently, then why not? You know, it's you've got to have those dreams. You've got to aim high. You've got to do that.
And back to Arsenal, as an Arsenal fan, what are you hoping happens this summer?
Well, like I want every summer is for Arsenal to make some stellar signings to add to the players that they've got.
Anyone in particular that you're looking at?
Well, I like Cavani. I'm hearing Podolski's coming. I think Cavani from Napoli would cost a lot of money. There's Lavazzi as well. It cost a lot of money, but it's one of those things where, you know, Ozil, you know what I mean? I know you can't get players like that, but those are the kind of signings that I think Arsenal really need to be making in respect of moving forward and winning the Premiership and winning the Champions League. Those are the kind of people I'd like to see there.
And just quickly on Podolski being obviously a legend of an Arsenal striker, and him being a striker, he's obviously got a fantastic international record. He's scored something like 43 goals in 95 games, which is incredible for anyone. Yeah. But you know, apart from maybe this season, he's never really done it at a club level. Flopped to Bayern Munich. Would that be a worry for you?
Well, it is. It is a worry because, like you say there, he's at Stuttgart before he went to Bayern Munich. He was fantastic. Went to Bayern Munich and kind of stalled a little bit, which is quite worrying because you want a player to be able to perform. When you consider his goal record at international level, for him to go to Bayern Munich and stall so dismally like he did is worrying. And then he went back to Stuttgart and he's done well. And now Arsenal are going in for him. And I don't think Arsenal can afford to get a player that is going to maybe play inconsistently, you know, and wait for him to hit form. We need somebody who's going to come in now, Arsenal, and hit form now and really make a contribution. Because Robin van Persie, if he's going to stay, he needs help now. He can't really wait for that. And
finally, touching on Robin van Persie, I spoke to your old teammate Ray Parlour recently. He said the most important signing Arsenal can make is effectively re-signing Van Persie. And Arsenal fans may be worried that Podolski might be signing not as a partner for Van Persie, but as a replacement.
I don't think so. I think for Podolski to come in, if Robin van Persie left, that kind of pressure would be too much for him, and I don't think that that is something that's going to happen. I think Wenger knows, and I think Robin van Persie knows that he's going to sign. I'm sure they're just negotiating, and hopefully those negotiations will be sorted sooner rather than later, and then Podolski can come and add to what we've got rather than come to replace what we've got.